Hello everyone, welcome to FNPL program. This bilingual YouTube program can also be found at podcast.com or podbean.com by searching our program title, Positive Living in America. Scheduled topics are listed on each Sunday with the sharing time, Todd Salad, contributed by guests. Both podcast and YouTube are sponsored by FNPL Foundation. Producer is Jasmine Lee and regular speaker is Dr. Esther Shushin Lee. The mission of this program is to discuss issues related to life based on love, peace, joy, and hope with truthful information to ensure objectivity. Today, Dr. Lee's topic is Facts Digging, Thoughts on Mueller's Testimony. Dr. Lee was a congressional candidate for Houston and former presidential appointee campaign staff for Bush Quayle in 1992 in Washington, D.C. headquarters. Here are her suggestions to discern true and false information fed by politicians.
Facts digging. Thoughts on Mueller's testimony. Good morning. I'm Dr. Esther Shushin Lee. Following the Special Counsel Robert Mueller's congressional testimony last Wednesday, July 24, 2019, there were many self-claimed winners, including our president. Some were President Trump's allies, while others were his critics. 2 minutes after the conclusion, President Trump's 2020 campaign office claimed that Mueller's lied. They all have their own political and personal motives and agenda. Their comments flying around us through internet, mass media, and social media are not necessarily fair and correct. We really need to use our own critical thinking to discern the facts from fake and biased information. How? Instead of listening to and accepting anyone's comments about Mueller's testimony, we should rely on the first-hand words and information directly from Mr. Mueller. We could easily verify the facts online based on his statements at the press conference on May 29, 2019, and opening statements at the Congressional hearing testimony on July 24th. The Mueller's report is available now at online bookstores. It's officially entitled Report on the Investigation into Russian Interference in the 2016 presidential election. It documented the findings and the conclusions of Mr. Mueller's investigation into Russian efforts to interfere in the 2016 U.S. presidential election, allegations of conspiracy or coordination between Trump's presidential campaign and Russia, and all allegations of obstruction of justice. If you are only interested in the key points of Mr. Mueller's testimony that is consistent with his report, you may just watch ABC's July 24th evening news. ABC News offered the clippings of Mueller's own words and answers to key inquiries. Based on Mr. Mueller's verbal and written statements and his official publication, without being influenced by anyone's assumption and interpretation. I'm sure you still have many questions and want to dig out the answer as I do. Here's just one example of my digging. Mr. Mueller said that if the president did not commit any wrongdoing, he would say so. He also said it's a long-standing Justice Department policy bearing the prosecution of a sitting president for a federal crime or wrongdoing. Therefore, it's not an option he could consider. I couldn't believe what Mr. Mueller said was correct. In our democratic society, our elected sitting president should not be above the laws. So I did. I found out that it is indeed unconstitutional to indict and prosecute a sitting president based on Article 2 of our Constitution. A sitting president could only be removed from office through impeachment. You will be shocked by what you will dig from Article 2. That's nearly designed for kings and dictators. This article covers a wide range of powerful authorities and privileges for our presidents. Digging is also needed for political motivated lies, name callings, or labelings during campaign season. Many people, young and old, suffer mentally, which can be caused by mudslinging and labeling incorrectly since childhood. Don't ever pay attention to labeling or name-calling like those used frequently by our president. Name-calling is a childish tactic for bullying playmates. We are mature adults and should be above that. We could dig the facts to determine if a president's labeling is true or just his habit of verbal abuse. Since the upcoming 2020 general election is vulnerable to Russia's interference, as Mr. Mueller warned us in his report, we need to develop the skills of digging for facts and to stop spreading fake, fabricated information through social media. Meanwhile, both Congressional Party members tried to take advantage of this highly publicized testimony on July 24th for their own political agenda and gains. We need to authenticate whatever the politicians feed us. It's challenging to discern facts from fake information. Fact-finding is not enough. We also need to draw a conclusion for our actions. I have great empathy and respect for Mr. Mueller, a former prosecutor, to take the stand as more like a witness in a snake pit. I will be glad to analyze and address possible paths and strategies of both parties after this testimony if you want me. May God continue blessing America.